So we got a cold open this time into the men's quarters. A guy saying, I'm scared. What if my feelings aren't reciprocated? And then the guys all breaking into songs singing, Ain't No Mountain High Enough. It's like, Lord, what is this about to be?
I know.
So we get a little bit of a preview of the season, a faceless preview. You know, they try not to show everybody. Yeah. We see, but you see enough. But
you see race. That's the thing. I see a brown hand holding a brown hand.
Yeah, you can kind of see it. Yes. So we see a lot of couples. Everybody's talking about being in love. And then we get into the mess. Betrayals coming. Heartbreaks coming. Sobbing. Men, women, black, white. Everybody's sobbing. We see a homeboy, Rasmus, homeboy with the rat tail, saying, if I wasn't engaged, I'd have sex with you. Did you catch that moment?
Oh, I did not. Doesn't shock me, though. Doesn't shock me, because he gives me Jalen Noble down, bitch. Oh, my God. Reformed fuckboy is what he gives me.
Oh, that's what it is. Oh, jeez. In his soft boy era or whatever.
Whatever
Jalen was doing.
Can't. Yes, exactly that.
So yeah, this season I think is gonna be missed, which is good. We'd love to see it. Now, 89 degrees and sleeves come in. Sleeves look ridiculous. She looks crazy. Why she got on this like bondage dominatrix dress, but like a cute little wedding updo? She looks so ridiculous.
She always looks so mismatched.
Always with a big old sleeve. Always. Never
fails. Hurt us.
Never fails. They put her in some crazy sleeves or shoulders.
Yeah.
So they come, welcome everybody into the quarters, into the pods, and everyone's kind of just talking about their dating gripes, their hopes and dreams. This is where I always feel a little dissatisfied because we're always in a new city, and I want to talk more pointedly about the city. I want there to be a little package where they go around DC and talk to people on the street about dating in DC, and this moment always feels like a missed opportunity for me. But anyways, we meet some of the ladies. Allie, she's 30. She's only been in situationships, never had a real relationship. We have another woman, I forget who's she said, no one nowadays wants marriage anymore. It's in the culture. It's in the music.
The music?
Not hip hop being the blame for the breakdown of the nuclear family. Girl, what? Because you know what she's like, you know, these rap artists, these rappers,
Future, you know, Future is the blame. And now he's to blame for all the men in DC don't want to get married.
What? The music, I was dying. I was like, girl, let's come up with a different, we gotta explain this another way. Oh my God. But yeah, they review the rules of the show, whatever, open the pods, everybody goes off. So we have, you know, the first dates, they're cute, you know, what's your favorite Trader Joe's snack?
Cute. Great question.
What's yours? You love a Trader Joe's.
Seasonal. It changes seasonally.
I know. I just got a new one that I like.
What did you get?
We tried the it was the elote. Is that how you say it? Elote Mexican.
The corn dippers?
Frito. Yes, bitch, the corn. Ooh.
Why did I know?
Exactly. Why you know all the snacks?
Yo, I'd be high as a kite, yo. I'd be high. Woo.
They were so good. Nate and I both were like, we can never buy these again. We can't. We ate in like a day. Like, we can't do this.
Oh my God.
What do you like?
My favorite in the fall is a pumpkin brioche. The best French toast you'll ever eat in your whole life. So good.
You have mentioned this. I think you mentioned this every fall.
Yeah, it's the best. And then for winter, they have like a mocha. They call them JoJo's, but they're Oreos that are covered in chocolate.
Oh.
And they have a like espresso cream filling with chocolate cookies with chocolate over it. It is my...
Oh, that sounds intense. Holy shit.
Oh my God, it's so good. Oh my God. Oh my God, it's crazy. It's crazy. Amazing. They have a garlic cheese bread. They have a garlic pizza dough. Girl, it's everything.
They do? Ooh, I gotta try that.
You definitely have to try that. How have you not tried it already?
I love to make pizza, yeah. Drop your favorite Trader Joe's snack down in the comments on Patreon, please. Thank you.
And YouTube as well.
Yes, thanks. We have another girl who hates lettuce, so that's weird.
That's crazy. Like all lettuce?
Yeah, what? She was like, I don't like it on my sandwiches, on my burgers, on nothing. I was like, lettuce is like air. You just like add it on as a little add-on to a burger to give it some color. Like, what do you
crunch color?
Yeah,
there's so many different types of lettuces. What are you talking about?
What are you talking about, girl? Anyways, Ashley A. She talked about how hard it is being single in your 30s. She's 31. The way she described it, I was like, girl, that's
perfect. Yes.
She said it's like sifting through the clearance rack.
Yep.
I feel like that's what it is. When you get to your 30s, you feel like you're just going through what's left.
You are a Maxxinista.
Yeah.
You are going through, you're rifling through.
TJ Maxx in the back.
When you find that gem, you're like, oh my God, and you have to buy it now.
Yeah. Yeah.
No matter what. No matter your situation, you have to buy it now. You find that nigga in Argentina, you moving.
You moving.
You just have to do it. Yep.
Oh my God. But she said her parents divorced at 6. Her mom remarried, then got divorced again. So she feels like the pressure, right, to find something and make it last. So Ashley A, she goes into the pods with Tyler. Tyler got on his red blazer, his red shoes.
And his red shoes. Oh boy.
Yeah. This is a no for me.
Absolute no for me.
I hate it.
But it tells me why you're single.
No.
You know what I mean? You're a little corny.
A little corny, just a little bit, yeah. But they have good vibes. They're bonding over food. He loves to cook. They both want kids.
I love that he didn't flinch when she said, I love food.
Oh, God. Yeah. Yeah. Particularly in Love is Blind. We've seen men turn up. Oh, so does that mean you can I lift you up at the pool? Like, they just come with some random foolery. What was the shit? Whatever Shake was saying. Can I hold you at a concert? Whatever the hell. Oh my God. But he was like, oh yeah, you too. I love to cook. Like, you like to cook? Like, did bad and I.
Yeah.
So yeah, they seem to be hitting it off early vibes, right? Next we meet Nick Dorka is his last name.
Dorka.
Nick is 28. He looked like he had pink eye in his confessionals. Was that just me? His eyes looked red and like swollen. Please, someone tell me in the comments you saw it too. I was like,
I gotta tell you, friend, I was so distracted. Whenever a man has no sideburns and they just have the one hair.
Oh my God, what?
The hair goes from up at the top, right? They got the strong hairline going and they have hair on their head and then it all connects to the beard.
But no side. Doesn't it connect through the sideburns?
It connects through the sideburns, but to me, it almost looks like a ski mask or a Lego hat.
Oh, damn!
I get so distracted when it's all connected like that. I can't.
Can't do it.
I'm so sorry, Nick.
I know. Sorry, Nick. We just called you off at your hair. These are
all very fixable things. These are one and done.
Yeah. So Nick, he's very confident. He's a smooth talker.
I feel like he has an alternate personality that he's accessing with this.
Oh, you think so? Because he's in the pods. He feels protected, right?
Yeah. I was
like, anyway.
This is just your best Travis Kelce impression that you're doing in here? He was giving wigger in here.
No!
Like, he was giving, you know what I mean? You know,
yeah, he was putting on the little like swaggy talk, like trying to sound like smooth, you know, and it was working also. Some of the ladies, a lot of them were like, absolutely not. Nick.
The other Ashley was like, oh no.
No, absolutely not. He also says he's never been in love. So that we know about Nick. But one of the ladies his little smooth talk works with is Hannah. Hannah is a cute blonde girl. She's 26. So they bonded over both being the youngest. The men in the women's quarters. Hannah, she's, as you said, West Virginia hot.
Yeah, she's a West Virginia 10 for sure.
West Virginia 10. A little curvier. She's also the one who quit her job to be here. So she's all in trying to find her husband.
Are you? Are you all in?
Husband and a provider at this point. But yeah, she's from West Virginia, cheerleader in high school, dated the quarterback. I feel like saying things like that or trying to give hints as to what you look like. Right?
I feel like that too, because she just said cheerleader dates the quarterback situation type of feel. I was like, so was that you?
Oh my God.
What are you trying to paint a picture?
What are you trying to say? okay.
What is the obscurity? There's some obscurity.
Yeah, but she's trying to early drop little hints as to what she may look like, right?
Yeah, and she's tall too. She looks really tall.
She's tall, yeah. So that's Hannah. We then see Hannah go in with Leo. Leo is an art dealer. Leo, they bond over traveling and food, and we learn very early he's inherited his family's business.
Yep.
So just like Hannah, he's dropping his little sprinkling his identifiers. Yep. I'm rich, ladies. I am rich. And he makes it known in his confessional. He's like, women want him for his money. He's trying to find somebody real. That's why he's in the experiment, So Leo, we then see, connects with Brittany.
Yes.
Brittany is another blonde. She's very bubbly. Yes. She has like a little baby voice. Like
it reminds me
girls.
A lot of Messica from season 1.
Oh my God. Yes. A Messica voice. Yes. And she says she's single because she chases fun. Her experience is generally with athletes and rock stars. Please drop in the comments if y'all have dug out yet who she's dating.
Who she's talking about. Who she's so many more. Girl, I've been in the sex worker TikTok. These niggas is out here, okay? They all paying for pussy. It's crazy.
Oh my goodness.
The amount of flying out that these girls do, and they are professional sex workers. Yeah. I'm like, this is really fascinating.
This is wild. So yeah, let us know if you got any intel. But she's very confident. She feels confident she can seduce any man.
Oh, yeah.
She calls herself a trophy wife.
She is built for man. She has been sculpted for man. She's an esthetician. So my girl is frozen down. I don't know what ethnicity this girl is. She could be. She's one of those.
But she says she wants to be someone's number one pick. So clearly there's like a complex there. She was always one of many when you're dating an athlete or a rock star. Fun little rock star life, but he's not wifing you down. So here she is trying to find love. Now, Brittany we see later in the pods with Garrett. Garrett, the physicist, a.k.a. spear fisherman.
Oh, man.
He is just a yikes for me.
I know, me too.
I'm not attracted to him physically. No. The way he speaks. No. Everything about this, it's a no.
His toes are constantly out.
Are they? Ew.
They are always out. He's always wiggling
flip-flops.
It is like so crazy. No, barefoot. He's always wiggling his toes. Don't rewatch it if you've already watched it. It's traumatizing.
God. Oh, gross. So yeah, Garrett looks like a Garrett.
Garrett
sure with some fisherman photos on his Hinge profile.
Oh my God.
Garrett we see later goes in the pods with Taylor. Tell me Taylor does not look like Giannina's long lost sister.
Yeah, she does.
She looks so much like certain angles. I was like, that is Giannina's face. It was so weird. Taylor's gorgeous. Obviously, Giannina was so pretty. She studied chemistry in undergrad, so they bond over both being like little sciencey nerds. They both have like science tattoos. I honestly zoned out during their conversation.
Did you?
They seemed very into it. I was bored, but
yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Next day, we meet Tim. Tim is black guy. Says he used to be a player, but he's at the point of maturation now where he wants to find his wife.
Okay, Tim.
I hate how he said that, but okay, Tim.
There's some words that I can't stand. Maturation. And gestation, I cannot take.
Gestation.
I hate it so much.
Yeah, maturation I hate. But yeah, we see him in the pods with Alex. Alex is 32. She's a fashion content manager, gorgeous black girl.
I was so interested in this job title.
Yeah, fashion content manager.
Fashion Nova model? Is that what that's code for?
That's what I'm saying. It's a lot of influencers now, they're calling themselves like content managers.
Manager.
Or creator manager or something like that. Yeah. Whatever.
I don't hate it, girl. You better get that money.
I don't hate it. And I guess it makes you sound more serious, I guess. Influencer just has such a bad connotation.
It has such the worst, yeah.
So I get it, trying to chop it and screw it into something else. She's so pretty. She kind of looks like Jasmine Sullivan to me.
Okay, yeah.
She's really into astrology, very spiritual. Both of her parents, she shared, have MS. She said her stepmom is a saint, taking care of her dad day and night, like right there by him. Meanwhile, her mom was with a man for 15 years, not married, but, long-term partnership.
Yeah.
When her MS got so bad that she started to need a cane to walk with, he left her.
And the way she told the story was real wrapped up in a bow. And I was like, I need to hear more about this. Because what do you mean they were together for 15 years living their best life? And now he's one thing happens and now he's vanished and gone. Like, what is this? Anyway.
Yeah. He didn't want to be a caregiver.
I know. Yeah.
That's what it was.
Yeah.
And he was like, oh, we're not married either. Deuces. Like, that's terrible.
Yep.
So yeah, definitely more there to like unpack. But yeah, Tim he shares he has a very strong relationship with his parents. Parents are still married. But he also has a lot of trauma. He's the youngest of 3. He has 2 sisters, both of whom have passed away.
Yeah.
So he has a very, as he said, a keen awareness of his mortality and just a very different outlook on life because he's been surrounded by so much death. And one of the things that he prides himself on is he means what he says. Yeah. When he says something, that's what he means, and he just follows through. So we'll see. But
it explains why he's on the show.
I'm curious about that outlook. Yeah. Now Tyler, Red Blazer, Ashley A. He's fallen in love already. He's a lover boy. He is so light skinned.
It's such light skinned behavior. From the matching blazer to the shoes to the tears to the instant tears.
Instant tears. I think he's the first person to say he's like falling for her. This is like minute 10 of the show. Yeah. Like Tyler, god damn it. We see Leo and Brittany now, art dealer and trophy wife. Yeah, interesting pair. So we learn her mom passed, and so that's just something about her past. He shares that he doesn't have to worry about money, and gives his whole context of his family. He was groomed from a very young age to take over this art business. Then he said, quote, a lot of them got cancer and I got all my inheritance all at once.
All at once, yeah.
We later learn when he said all of them got cancer, literally everybody in his family.
Everybody, yeah.
Grandma, grandpa, mom, dad, stepdad, I think he said. Like everyone got cancer in a span of 3 years. And he's left alone with this business and all this inheritance.
Yeah.
Wild.
So crazy. And I need to learn a little bit more about him. He does have a Wikipedia. It's very small.
Oh shit.
He does have one.
Oh.
He was born in 93, so he's 31.
Yeah.
So he was born in Alexandria. He was born to he's the grandson, of art dealers Ethel and Arthur Furman, founders of Ethel A. Furman and Associates. When he took it over in 2015, so he was 23 when he took it over. God. 22?
Yeah.
Young as hell. He changed the name from Ethel A. Furman and Associates to Capital Art Advisory.
Interesting. Okay.
Which I thought was very fascinating. I was like, okay, you didn't even feel comfortable in the name. You had to change the name to something so general. Capital Art Advisory? That's not SEO friendly, Leo.
Yeah. Not at all. Yeah. CAA? Like, what?
That's someone else.
That's something else, man. Yeah. Oh, interesting. But yeah, clearly there's a lot. I'm really curious to unpack who we're going to meet in his family. And then when we get on the outside, there's obviously some complexes with money and wealth and all of this, but yeah, he talks about it all the time too, so it's a comfort for him at the same time, right? As much as he tries to distance from it, he's also like very comfortable talking about his Rolex and all his things.
He's very showy.
Yeah So yeah, interesting. I'm just curious to see more about him. But yeah, Brittany, after he shares about his wealth and everything, Brittany's like, okay, so can we talk about finances? Like, do you believe in 50-50? Like, what do you think? And he said he likes the idea of both, people being invested in the relationship, contributing. I don't even think she heard what he said. She went off on a whole riff.
Yep.
Her last man took care of her 100%. And women have a lot of things. Like, I have a lot to groom, my hair, my nails, my this and my that. And it's like she didn't hear him and he like didn't hear her either. They both were like, okay. And I was like,
perfect for each other.
Y'all don't
Soulmates.
Y'all don't want each other. Y'all are not aligned on this topic. But hello, did anybody hear?
Soulmates. As she heard the door open. She heard the door say, oh, I don't believe in 50-50. I make more than you. She said, oh, okay. Sounds good. Bet. Yeah. Swung that door right open. I need to be 100% paid for, ready to go. I do hot Pilates, nigga. Okay. I do solid core. And I belong to Equinox. You need to pay for all three.
So interesting. They just like missed each other, but we're like, okay, this is great. I'm like, what? No, it's not. So yeah, he talks about his fears of dating women who just want him for his money, and she claims what she said was very validating for him. I don't know how, but that if she wanted to marry for money, she would have a long time ago.
I don't believe that that's true.
I don't believe that's true either. I think she's kind of maybe trying to retell her story because she's talking out of both sides of her mouth, because she's also said previously she's dated rock stars and athletes, and she's always been an option, right? She's always been one of a few. So in my head, when I hear that, I hear when they were done with you, they dropped you and now they moved on to somebody else.
Right.
I think she's retelling the story, being like, well, I dropped them. You know, if I wanted to get married to them, I would have. And I don't think that's the case.
No, me either.
But for whatever reason, that was validating for Leo. So it's like, all right, cool. Now, later with the guys in the men's quarter, we see Leo again talking about being rich, being wealthy, women coming after him for his money. He gets my Becky of the Week, girl.
Fantastic.
Because it's already gone old. I don't want to hear you mention your money one more time.
And then for you to be like rocking this Rolly and wearing it all over the place, like the wealthy people that I know don't wear stuff like that. He's real new money with his money. It's very strange because he's had it for years.
It's not new.
So
it's not new at all.
Weird to me that he's acting like this. So he was like raised as a weirdo, right? He's weird, strange. And then he says something that really made me mad, that he also gets my Becky of the Week as well. He said, I grew up financially well off. I'm not trying to be an influencer. Cut to Leo's Instagram, where he is doing man on the street interviews with a tiny mic.
No. Is he?
I'm so sick and tired of these people. I'm so tired of this. This is why Alexa can't say that she's an influencer for a job, if she is. Or anyone can't say they're an influencer for a job, because people like this downplay the work that these people do, especially women, because it's women who do it and run it. And you all make it seem like you don't want the power of the internet. You don't want to do this. You don't want to do that. Not only are you trying to do man on the street interviews on your Instagram that get a good crisp 33 likes, you are also selling NFTs as a huge part of your art business.
Oh my goodness. That's still a thing? NFTs?
I can't, Natasha, I can't even. I can't even imagine trying to sell a figurine in 3D that you could print out if you have the printer for $150,000. I have no idea what this is, what it means.
I don't know.
But he's trying to, like, you trying to be on the internet. You trying to be selling. You trying to get attention on the internet. So stop trying to downplay women who are doing incredible things for their careers online. I can't stand it. I hate it.
Yeah, he does have all kinds of content. He's making content. We'll say that.
Yes, he is. And we're recording this ahead of time, so nobody found his Instagram yet. So isn't they getting like 187 likes?
Right.
Like, we're not.
1,700 followers as of October 1st. So. Ay. So Leo, he's torn between the two blondes, Hannah from West Virginia, Brittany the trophy wife. So he goes back in with Hannah, tells Hannah she was in his dream, goes off on this whole riff about how he really appreciated she didn't ask him about his career, being an art dealer. She literally is so honest. She's like, I don't even know what the fuck art dealing is.
I don't know what that means. I'm from West Virginia, my guy. We got other priorities over there.
Right. I didn't ask questions. I don't know what you do for a living. I don't care.
And I don't care. We care about mining. And like other shit. You know what I mean?
So yeah, they laugh a lot. They have like good vibes. He says maybe we're twin flames.
Yikes.
So he's like really into Hannah. I mean, that's like a strong statement, I think. Now, Hannah, she goes back in with Nick Dorka, smooth talker. They start talking about celebrity crushes. She says she's into Henry Cavill, Superman.
Good choice.
He says, I kind of look like him.
What a lie and
what
a
a
half.
lie. Nick is about to give Hannah the ill setup.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
Oh my God.
He absolutely does not look anything like Henry Cavill. And I feel like we have another Megan Fox situation.
That's exactly what she was. Megan the Fox.
Megan the Fox situation.
Yeah.
Bruh. Can we not? Did y'all not? They must not have watched last season. I guess they filmed this before.
They filmed it before.
Oh my God.
That was bad.
No one's ever told you look like Henry Cavill.
No.
Henry Cavill. No one.
At least old girl, what's her name? Chelsea. At least she had a couple friends telling her, oh, you kind of resemble Megan Fox sort of ish.
No one's ever told him. He don't look nothing like that man.
No.
Oh my God. She's also trying to drop little hints, says her mom's a smoke show. They're both trying to like
set each other up.
I think both of these people are insecure about their looks.
I think so too.
It's not just Hannah. I think Nick as well. He can talk a smooth talk. He has good little gameplay and charming when he speaks.
Yeah.
I think, he's not hideous, but he's not like a looker either.
Right.
He also was the kicker on the football team.
Yeah.
I
never
think
get
that's
no shine.
I don't know if he's getting ass like that. Like, so I think both of these people are insecure about their looks, and that's why they keep bringing up these little side things about I look like this or that. It's not just Hannah; she does it a lot too. But anyways, they're vibing. They both say, "I'm gonna miss you. I'm gonna think about you." Like really into each other. Now, back in the women's quarters, some of the ladies are like straight up clowning Hannah for liking
Nick because he's corny as shit. He's so cringy to me.
They see right through his little charming little act.
This is an act. I can't with this.
And she's again, trying to defend him. I think he's deeper than you guys think. Like
she does see something.
I guess. But when you're in defense mode about this dude you don't know, talking about he's deeper than you think, like, come on. This is not like that's usually not a good sign.
Yeah.
I don't want somebody who all the women want, but I don't want the guy who everybody's like, girl, him. Like that's not a good sign, Hannah.
I know. And then you relate to them as well. She could go in there and be like, I had a totally different experience with him. And that would be very valid.
Right.
But she had the same experience as they did.
Yeah. She's like, I know he is really suave, but I think he, oh Lord, not a good sign. Now, JD Vance and Taylor get back into the pods. They start playing chess.
Oh my God. He does give JD Vance energy. Because JD Vance is sure married to an Asian woman.
Oh God, he is.
He's I didn't even know an Indian woman. He's married to a dark-skinned Indian woman.
Oh no, I think I did know this. I think I did see that picture. Oh
God.
The one. Yeah, I literally blocked those motherfuckers out my brain. Absolutely not. I can't even look at their faces.
I know.
So yeah, JD and Taylor back in the pods. They playing chess, talking about missing each other. Like so boring, but they agree. They have a magnetic connection. They care a lot about each other. Now, one of the weirdest fucking conversations
we've ever seen on the show. I think.
Real
this
bizarre.
Was weirder than abortion and with what's his name? I was gonna call him Britta. What's his name?
What is his
Bartiz?
Name? Bartiz. Oh jeez. They start talking about family. Taylor says, she would share her mom's name, but her mom's name gives away her ethnicity. As soon as she said that, there was a pregnant pause.
God. Palpable energy
shift
in both rooms.
Yeah. Yes. Because JD Vance doesn't believe that Taylor should have rights. So now he's like, fuck.
And now you of color too?
Yeah, what?
Oh no.
So he immediately reveals, well, I've only dated white girls. And then bumbles on and on and on about,
goes on a tangent.
On and on.
He said that this is a new feeling for me.
A new feeling for me?
I have never been attracted to a girl of color. That's what that gives me.
Yeah, that's exactly what he was saying. That is a very scary sentence.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is a new feeling for me.
Yeah.
So now you're an experiment.
Yeah.
Taylor.
Yep.
And even the fact that he's registering this as like, this is like such a new, oh my God, feeling.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't know how to predict how you look.
Yeah.
I don't know what kind of girl you are now.
Yeah, I don't know what you are now. Now I have pause. Now I'm like thinking through all the things that like, huh?
You know what's so wild to me too? Because I am attracted to everyone, I don't have to have that feeling is so specific to people who only date one race.
Yeah. Yep. That's
you know what I mean? Because you don't even, you just pass these other girls by.
Yep. Yeah.
They're just like the women of color that you don't date.
Yeah. Period. He doesn't see her because he doesn't date her. Yeah. So now he's like, oh my God. Now it's literally a new feeling for him because now he's like, oh fuck, I've a feeling for someone who I usually don't even see. I don't even categorize as someone that's even viable for me. So then he goes on this other tangent talking about, you know, you're so calculated about what you say. And I have been wondering here,
she's a motherfucking lobbyist in DC, my nigga. Of course she's calculated about what she says. We're on international television on Netflix.
Yeah. I've been wondering, what have you been hiding? Now she's hiding.
What are you hiding?
What have you been hiding? Now the fact that she is non-white has been a thing she's been hiding.
Yeah.
This is Love is Blind. We all should be hiding what we look like. Exactly. What are you talking about?
Exactly.
So Taylor's like defending her decision. You know, I didn't want to share my ethnicity because of the experiment. And I just wanted to make sure that I would be enough.
That's the question I had. That is the question I had. Are you not sharing that you're Asian with this white man so that this white man doesn't make conclusions about you being Asian?
Yeah.
An Asian woman? You know what I'm saying? And this type of white man too is probably like, you know, making some real specific assumptions about her.
Yeah.
Just wondering. Curious.
I'm really curious about Taylor's everything. Her her decision to kind of hide, quote unquote, her ethnicity specifically from this man. I feel like there was a reason that she felt like it had to be a reveal.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yes.
And that makes me really nervous for her as to her decision making with then still choosing this man.
Right.
You know?
Yes. Yeah, choosing to go forth with him in the pods, whatever. Do you also think, okay, is she hiding her race from this man, or is she hiding the fact that she's Asian from men? That was the first thought that I had. Because I know how Asian women are just perceived in dating. It's like really an odd situation, a very specific situation with them. Especially for a woman who's so smart. She's so dope.
Well, what do you mean how Asian women are perceived?
That they're gentle, docile, don't know anything. Like they're a certain type of one. There's a specific, you know.
Not going to rattle any feathers. Date a white guy. He's not going to, you know, not going to have to face you and your Asianness too often because you're going to keep it real mum or whatever. Yeah, I don't know. I'm really curious to see her outside of the pods and just like learn more about who she's dated in the past because she just was not alarmed by his reaction in a way that like was very alarming to me. And I was alarmed that she was not alarmed.
Yes.
Like, too.
Yes. I remember when this happened with AD and that white guy who she dated, that weird serial killer.
Yeah. God.
But I remember when she was like, I'm black, because she didn't sound it. She sounded real Boston. And how that was a conversation for them, but not nearly to the extent of Garrett and his tangents.
No, absolutely not. This whole conversation was so strange. And because by the end, of course, he's like, oh, it doesn't matter what you look like. Blah, blah. After all that was said and done, now he's like, oh, it doesn't matter. If her race truly didn't matter, this wouldn't even been a conversation.
It wouldn't have been a thing. Yep.
It would have been like, oh, cool. Can't wait to meet your mom. Right. And then just moved on.
And then just ended. Yeah.
But the fact that it harped on this long, I was like, Taylor, be smart. Leave this man alone.
She is smart. There's a reason why she did this. She is smart.
Why?
Yeah.
What
I don't know.
doing?
But this lady like went to Stanford and shit. She's smart. So I don't know if she's playing tricks. I don't know if she knows she has upper hand. I don't know if she knows she's smarter than him. I don't know, but she knows and I don't. And I just want to ask her questions about why she hid and why this was a conversation, why she didn't ignore it. Like,
yeah, what is this? So yeah, so that happened. Then we have Tyler and Ashley A back in the pods. They talk gender roles. He is like a Renaissance black man. He's like, I don't believe in them. This is not 1948. I love to cook. Yeah. He doesn't mind to clean.
Yeah, you know, I know a lot of guys like this. This is like
I guess around this age, around our age, yes, yeah. But still, I always because young black men were raised by our black fathers, who I'm not gonna say for everybody's household, but I feel like gender roles are very pervasive in the black community. The men do this, the women do this, and so it doesn't put. I'm never surprised if he said, "Oh, I believe in women are gonna I love to eat, and I'm hoping my wife cooks." You know what I mean? Like I feel like I've seen that, heard that. Because that's what they've also seen and heard. So
interesting.
I appreciated this.
This is a like diaspora thing, I think, actually.
Could be cultural.
I'm West Indian. Cultural. Yeah. I think so.
Very, very deep seated gender roles within my culture.
Yeah.
So yeah, that could be it too. But yeah, he's interesting. I think he's interesting. He's
I like him.
He likes to ski. He used to horseback riding.
Yeah.
He can do the tongue roll thing.
Yeah.
Party trick.
I don't know what that even is. Is that when you tie a cherry string with your tongue or something?
Some people could it's like body rolling your tongue.
Yikes.
Yeah. Okay. They both want to skydive. She wants to skydive the day before her wedding. Like, Ashley, what? No.
Ashley. What?
And then even more interesting, he shared his mom is Serbian. Her family disowned her because she had black children. They grew up poor. She was a single mom raising 3 kids. Grandma was kind of around, but then she died of cancer, and he got like very emotional just talking about his guilt of like not knowing how to like be there for his mom, reflecting now on how hard his mom's life was, like raising these black kids as a white woman by herself, no family support. And yeah, he just seems very, I said it before, very light skinned, but very in touch with his emotions, like very empathetic. Yeah. Can just like articulate his stories. An interesting guy. Seems like he's very, done a lot of reflection on his past, who he is, where he's trying to go. And then he says, "You're my girlfriend. I'm telling everybody."
So cute. This low-key, not all of the conversation, but part of the conversation kind of reminded me of you and Nate, because both of them were talking about serving the kids in the community and everything, and how they related on that. And
yeah,
so cute.
Her nonprofit work.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're cute. So back with Leo, Brittany, Hannah. Leo is torn between the two still. He thinks he wouldn't have found Hannah from West Virginia outside the experiment. So he's like trying to pay attention, like maybe I need to go with that. Versus Brittany seems more like somebody he's dated before. Now Hannah is talking to the ladies about Nick D and him being charming, and the ladies cannot stand him. He's told Hannah at this point that she's his number one.
Yep.
But she literally says out of her mouth to the ladies that she doesn't believe him. She feels like she's being charmed. She feels like he's manipulating her.
Yeah.
We then learn he said something to her about, "I can't wait to see you in a bikini."
Yeah, a lot of body talk.
A lot of body talk.
Yeah.
Yeah. So she's obviously concerned about that.
Hesitant.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Nick is on the other side with the guys, telling everybody Hannah's it. Like, I'm really into Hannah. And Leo's there. Leo's not saying shit about him also dating Hannah. So Hannah and Nick go back to the pods, and immediately she's like, "I have a lot of concerns. Why are you here? Why'd you do this experiment? Like, what are you doing here?" He gives the classic, "Dating hasn't worked for me. I know what I'm looking for now. I want something genuine." And she's just like, "But you talk so much about being good looking and you look a certain way, you don't have trouble finding someone in the real world.
Exactly, especially with this kind of talk where you have me swindled in here through a wall.
Yeah. Charming me through the goddamn wall, and you talk about you look like Henry Cavill. What are you doing here then?
Yeah.
And he just throws it back at her. He's like, well, what are you doing here?
Yep.
Because she too has talked about how she looks like she the quarterback of the, she dated the quarterback and she's cute and blonde.
Her mom is so hot.
Her mom's yeah. So I'm gonna ask you the same thing, bitch. What the fuck you doing here? I was like, damn, Nick.
I know, right?
Hannah, he got you there.
Yeah.
And she says, guys like you are the ones who like me in the real world. They're not really interested in me. They just like my concept that she's like cute and blonde.
Cute, blonde, tall.
I guess
too, girl. Because I was like, what? I was so confused by this message because she is somebody who lost a lot of weight recently. She had gained some COVID weight. She's in her 20s still. So she doesn't have the confidence of like a woman for real. And those are the people who are telling her he's annoying. The ladies who are 30 plus who are
who are like, girl, please.
Literally a fruit fly, like, please. And it's just fascinating to me that she portrays herself as so hot to this man.
She's giving me
that way about herself.
Yeah. She's giving me Chelsea vibes. Chelsea from last season.
Yeah.
She's very caught up on looks and wanting and very scared about how he's going to see her. So she's trying to talk herself up. But deep down, she's actually insecure about how she looks. She's still kind of like reconciling, gaining weight during COVID, losing the weight. Now I'm back at dating. Are they going to like me? And even within this conversation of like, guys like you date me in the real world. It's like still trying to drop little nuggets about what she maybe looks like.
Yep.
It's like a protective thing she's doing. But at the same time, she's like so scared of this person.
Yeah.
But yeah, she's like, I just want to be me. Like, I'm tired of having to like wear makeup and put on for a man. I just want to be accepted as me.
With the men. Oh my God. Hannah girl, they don't know. What?
They don't know anything. She brings up the bikini comment again.
Yeah. Which
and she says, it scares me that I feel like you're into me because you think I'm hot.
Yeah.
Hannah, I feel her, but also you keep saying how hot you are. You keep talking about it.
And you keep leaning into his like swagalicious, fergalicious talk that he keeps saying.
Yeah.
And this, I'm telling you, this Travis Kelce persona that he has put onto himself as his own armor. I think for how he looks. I think he's really, really obsessed with it as well.
Yeah.
And really self-conscious about it, as you stated as well. He gives me 5'10", 5'9", right?
Oh, height-wise?
Height-wise. Maybe he's like overcompensating for something.
Because
he's not bad looking. Neither of these people are bad looking. So
he's not, but we're coming up with whole narratives. I think
we have to. Why are you acting like this?
Right. High school, college. I think he said he played in the XFL maybe.
Yeah, he did.
Punter, right? On the football team, but not the star.
No.
Right?
Oh my God.
Watching the other guys
shot too.
Yeah, you get one shot, you fuck up, everybody hates you. Yes. You lost the game. It's usually the punter that fucking lost it, I think he's like used to being around guys who were like hot shots, like on the team. They're the tight end, they're the football, the quarterback, whatever.
Okay.
And he's not the star of the show.
Yeah.
So what he's had to develop is a gift of gab, being able to charm ladies, being able to talk ladies. And now this Love Is Blind experiment, this is his he loves this. Nobody has to see him. Right? He's cute, but he ain't Travis Kelce cute.
He's like not the voice. If you go behind the TV and listen to this man, he don't sound like how he look.
Yeah, he don't look how he sound. Yeah. So, the two of them are just in this dance of just
fakery and lies.
Fakery and foolery. Oh my God. Oh, Lord. So he goes on his whole thing. I don't give a fuck about what you look like. I just love talking to you. I have feelings for you. I haven't felt like this. Like, you're my best friend. I feel like you're my wife. Like,
oh my God. OD. You know,
Hannah,
4
run.
days. Hannah,
run, girl. This is a fraud. All of this is just, I'm not buying it. And so now she's really confused. She's like, I really like you, but I'm not sure. I think you're still working on yourself. You're still figuring out who you want to be. And my connections with others have grown stronger. and she decides that she's done with him, basically. Which Leo's another walking red flag. So,
oh my god,
I'm sure that connection's stronger, but he also is
Yeah.
terrible. So she goes back to the pod. She's chilling, hanging with the girls. Brittany comes back in from her date with Leo. Reveals that she's dating Leo.
Yeah.
Like, kind of by accident, kind of slips out. Now Hannah knows.
Yeah.
Now she immediately regrets breaking up with Nick.
Yep.
Which I also think stems in some insecurity because she knows what Brittany looks like. Brittany is, a cute, petite, blonde, blah, blah, blah. Now that's her competition. And so now she's like, fuck, I don't want to be in this love triangle thing, with Leo and my competition who looks like this. Who's just only exacerbating her insecurities. So now she's immediately regretting Nick. I think I love him, but I shouldn't love him.
She's so confused.
Now the girls have gotten into her head. I was
she was mad at too. He was like, other people told you to break up with me, so you're breaking up with me? What is this?
Yeah. But also her gut. Before the girls, her gut told her. Everything he's saying, I don't trust.
But her gut also told her, there's something different about him.
Yeah. True. Oh God.
You know what? There's a shout out to Sabrina Carpenter. She is my favorite new white woman. Oh my God.
Everybody loves her. I need to get into her.
It's great.
She's so cute. Everything I see about her.
Cute. She's so like short and horny and crazy acting. I love her. Anyway, so she has a line in one of her songs where she says, it's Lies to Girls, I think is the song. And she says, women can often replace butterflies with cardiac arrest. Or can confuse butterflies with cardiac arrest.
Oh my God.
Which is talking about the gut, right?
Yeah.
She's talking about that gut instinct. She doesn't know if it's butterflies or cardiac arrest.
Arrest, yeah. Yeah, that's the confusing thing. Like, is this my, irrational anxiety?
Right. Yeah.
That's telling me, trying to scare me off of a good thing?
Yeah.
Or is that my gut being like, girl, run, bitch, this ain't it?
Or is it chemistry?
Yeah, or is it a spark? It's so confusing.
It is.
Oh, God. Anyways, going to episode 2, we meet Monica. Monica's 36. I think she's one of the older.
Yeah, she looks just like Tasia to me.
Oh my God, yeah.
Right?
Yeah. I definitely see the resemblance. Her usual type is hot. So she's like, I need this experiment because clearly it ain't working.
Yeah.
So she meets Steven in the pod.
Black ass Steven. This nose Steven. Steven.
It's a round ass nose.
This African nose that you have. I was like, what do you mean?
Oh my
his story was so confusing.
I know. Poor thing. I'm like, how do you know? It reminds me, though, of that documentary, that girl who was raised Italian, and then she got to Howard.
Racial.
And they were like, bitch, what are you talking about? You a nigga like us.
She got to GW, and the Black Student Association was like, you guys want to join?
You want to join?
Like, what?
I'm like Sicilian. What do you mean?
Yeah, I'm Sicilian. They were like, no, you're Black. Come to the meeting. It's Thursdays at 4.
See what the student union like. Oh my God.
Oh man.
So yeah, Steven, 33, electrician. Big old burly white dude. White appearing dude, but
to white people, I think.
They would confuse it, but we knew better. It was, although his cast bio, I didn't catch it in the cast bio.
No, I didn't catch it in the photo. Like quickly looking at him with the whole body too, I didn't catch it. But up close, I was like,
but in motion,
I
was not at all surprised when he said, I'm a quarter Black, basically.
Yeah, the surprising thing was that, first of all, it was a quarter. I thought he was biracial.
And then like half fully.
And then secondly, that he didn't know. That was really shocking.
I know. I had no idea. Anyways, he last relationship was 2 years ago. It was 2 years long, so it was a very healthy, communicative relationship. But he did emotionally cheat. He fully admitted it, like upfront to her. Like I do hold the title of being a cheater. Doesn't sound like it was physical, but he at the time didn't believe the girl that he was with. He deserved her. So he went out looking for validation or whatever this was.
I don't know. Social media. Get the men off the socials. They are.
Just DMing girls for no reason. Just to feel better.
I guess so. Yeah.
But they went to therapy. They worked it out. Blah, blah, blah. Now back with Hannah. Hannah is having regrets. She's just deep in sorrow. The minute she broke up with him and came back and saw that it was her and Brittany versus up to Leo, she was like, oh, fuck. So she's now requested a date with Nick. So she wants to go back and apologize and grovel her way back in. Meanwhile, Brittany and Leo are back in the pods. And she tells him that she knows he's dating Hannah. And everybody's starting to learn who they're dating, and it's getting a little tough. And he's like, I have such a crush on you. I'm falling so hard for you. But I do still have 2 connections. So. So now here he starts with he knows now he has the upper hand. And he just keeps wielding it, keeps reminding Brittany, you're one of 2. Not knowing, always. Or maybe he does know because she's talked about her past.
1000% knows.
This is a trigger.
Is how you know he was raised to be a salesman.
Oh, God.
He's poking at her trigger nonstop.
Yeah. Nonstop. He kept telling her about this other connection. Okay, so he's talking about having 2 connections. She's like, well, I know you. You probably have a pros and cons list. And then he says, you were my number 2. But after today's date, you're both my number 1.
Yeah.
And she's supposed to be yippee.
I don't know.
What?
That's the thing, because he doesn't know how to deal with feelings. He's selling it like it's art. He's selling it like it's one of his art pieces. He doesn't know. He's in auction.
He's really trying to sell her on this being a good deal, girl. Yeah. You could be code number 1. I was shocked that she was like, what the fuck? No. Oh my God. So yeah, they confirm they both really like each other. They want to see each other. They can see each other getting married to each other. They, to me, as I was watching it, they sound like 2 high school freshmen talking about love and feelings, and I just couldn't take either of them seriously. Partially it's her voice. I just can't. That voice, I just can't. But then, you're my code number 1. She's like, okay, I was like, do y'all hear each other?
I know.
It just didn't sound like a mature, grown conversation.
Grown adult. It's so opposite from what we hear from Tyler, Tim,
Alexa,
Alexa,
Monica, and the other one.
Oh, yeah.
Now Hannah, she go with her tail beneath her legs back into the pot,
trying to get back little Nick, a little great value Travis Kelce, trying to get him back.
Oh God. She's like, I'm going crazy in here. I'm having regrets. Now, here's my concern of her doing all of this, groveling to get him back. Because now, if he takes her back, he will always have the upper hand.
Yeah.
He will never forget this moment.
Yep.
He will resent her for being her second choice always. He'll never forget that. As much as he'll pretend like he would, it's going to manifest in ways. Him always remembering that he was her second choice.
Yep.
So she shares with him that the other girl's got in her head. And she's really scared he's going to be disappointed when he sees her.
There we go. What a beautiful thing to admit.
Yeah. Yeah. She just say it outright, girl. And he just doesn't care. He's like, I want you. He basically begs for a second chance and wants her back.
Yeah.
And this is just a mess. It should not be this messy with someone you have not seen.
No, it was never this messy with Alexa and Brennan.
No.
Alexa was never like, oh, I don't know.
I don't know.
But also, Brennan didn't make her feel that way also. He wasn't talking about bikinis and things.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Yeah. Because Alexa and Brennan, what was that? Season 4?
3 or 4, something. Something these people watched.
Yeah, they've definitely seen. I feel as the seasons have progressed, we've seen actually more conversation about looks.
Yes, in positive ways, manifesting positively. Or negatively, like Chelsea.
I'm just saying, just them talking.
Just in general?
Yeah, giving so many more hints. And Alexa and Brennan, Alexa, first of all, was like shattering historic records. Like, she was the first woman who wasn't a size 6 on the show.
Yeah, right.
I don't remember her ever mentioning anything in the pods with Brennan about what he looked like. I don't remember him ever asking any single questions about that.
Nope. And he, to this day, has my favorite reveal ever.
Oh, really?
Oh, my God. They revealed, and he goes, yes.
Oh,
and just like ran towards it. Was so nice.
It was
to see that shaped woman received in that way. But I feel like as the seasons have gone on, we're seeing more and more conversation about looks and makeup and hair and what do you look like and ethnicity. And I'm like, what are they just letting? Wasn't there rules at some point? Like, y'all couldn't talk about these things? Do you think it's the production? Just
I feel like they're more lax.
Stuff?
Or they're being more lax around them being able to say these things. Season 1, Cameron and Lauren, I mean, I think she knew he was white.
Yeah.
I think they maybe did have a conversation.
I think they
at
did.
Some point. They did.
I think they did.
I don't know. It just feels like more and more people are getting away with being able to ask and give little hints and,
I always wonder because Jackie did tell us, that old crazy Jackie, she did tell us that there is question prompts that ask about looks in the journals that they have.
Yeah. So maybe that's it. There's more prompts. Now production is giving more prompts and more leeway for them to ask more. I don't know if does anybody feel the same way? I feel like these last few seasons, like I just feel like there's been more chatter around like these insecurities about being seen and reveals and da-da-da, in a way that I was like, this is Love is Blind. Why are we talking about any of this? Anyways, now JD, Vance, and Taylor head back into the pods. She gives him an avocado plant.
Very nice.
Says she wants to have kids in 5 to 7 years. He gives her his dad's honey from his honey farm. And he shares that he wants kids sooner. And they'll kind of like have to come to a compromise on that. He then asks her.
I love her response. You clock her response?
What did she say?
She said, I don't think this is something we have to compromise on.
Oh.
Yep. She was like, actually, we're not going to compromise on it.
Yeah, I said 5 to 7 years. So.
So that's what it's going to be. This is why I think she's not pressed for this ethnicity thing. She got plans for him.
I need to know what these plans are, bro. Because Taylor, I'm scared for your livelihood.
I know, me too.
So he asked her to be his girlfriend, and he says something about like, we're taking a risk on each other. Now, in any other context, yes, everybody is taking a risk. But in this here context, I said, oh no. He feels like he's taking a risk bringing home this non-white girl.
Yep.
And he's like, I'm just going to dive in head first. Never dated anybody outside my race before. Never been attracted to, never saw any girl outside of a white girl.
You know what would be? What would be my next question for Garrett is, who would you have to alienate in your family if you brought me home as a non-white person?
That's what I'm
saying. And are you afraid to sever that relationship?
She's not asking the right questions. That's what.
Or we're not seeing it,
Or we're not seeing it.
They didn't deem it important to see it.
To see it. But I'm not this trusting of white men, and I'm married to one. You have to have way more scrutiny, I feel like, being a non-white woman dating a white man, particularly in this day and age. And it's just everything he's saying now, I'm just like combing through it.
I know.
Risk? What do you mean a risk? What do you mean it's a risk? Like, but I feel like I'm doing it because she's not.
Yeah,
or at least we're not seeing it.
Yeah.
Oh Lord. We meet somebody new, Bowden. Bowden is originally from Ukraine, Ukrainian immigrant, came here very young. His dad passed away early, and he was then raised by his stepdad, who's Filipino. So very like interracial, kind of multiracial background.
Yeah.
So we see him in the pods with Marissa. Marissa's this like very bubbly, kind of nerdy, quirky black girl. She got natural hair. They're bonding over both being into fantasy. And then Bowden shares some crazy ass stories. My God.
Oh my God. The camel story?
The camel story, almost getting attacked by some demonic camel while he was in the Marines.
Oh my God. That reminded me of that kangaroo that attacked you at the zoo.
Oh my God. Kangaroos are scary, girl. First of all, they are jacked. Them shits are diesel.
Yeah, they're muscle, right?
And they walk to you like this too. You go in there to feed them, and they're like literally like, oh,
fee fi
fo fum. Yes, they're so scary.
Oh my god.
So yeah, he got attacked by a crazy camel, and then also shared, it's wild. So he was in the Marine Corps before, so he has military experience. When the war broke out in Ukraine, he took a leave of absence of work and went to Ukraine to fight in the war, to defend and that is wild. And he said his parents were like, all right,
proud of him,
proud of you. Like they knew he was gonna go do it. They were just waiting for him to call them and confirm. Wild. But yeah, shout out to him. That's nuts.
And she was also in the military, so she was loving it.
Yeah, they definitely bond a lot on that. Now Marissa, we see, heads back into the pods with Rasmus. Rasmus is homeboy with the rat tail. And he tells her she's his number one. So we clearly missed some dates here because we start with them.
Yeah.
Which I'm kind of annoyed by. I was like, I could have saw less of JD Vance and more of the sure. So he tells her she's his number one. And she tells him that she's still torn, between him and another person. And then we learned about him. He was previously married for 4 years. Married his high school sweetheart. They're super religious, very Christian. So that's his story. She was raised by a single mom, grew up poor. Shit was rough.
Yeah.
But, had a lot of experiences, opportunities in life. So she feels very blessed. So then they talk about just masculinity, kind of. He shares how he's very thankful he's had positive examples of masculinity in his life.
Yeah.
I love this.
I like that non-respectability politics way to say that.
Yeah, and I feel like so he said further, he's like, I don't care to follow traditional expectations of masculinity, and I'm just doing me. I don't care what it looks like. I just do me. And I feel like that statement is a green flag. I feel I do. I hope so. I mean, who knows these days? These men are learning the terms and are duping us in ways, but
that's wow. That's where I would go immediately.
Okay. God, we can't trust anything. God.
I'd be like, oh, you got a pearl necklace, huh?
I think what I like about it is even him just him being aware of there being a form of masculinity that one can subscribe to and he doesn't want to subscribe to it.
Right. Yeah. Okay.
I think that's where it's the green flag for me. He's even aware that there's a thing happening, a crisis among masculinity. I appreciate that. And then, I think nowadays, I'm going to say all women, I'll speak for myself. I think most women, especially, baddies in our 30s who have everything, we have our money, our job, our house, or this, we are looking for a man who is comfortable in their skin, who can demonstrate emotional intelligence and maturity. And a lot of times that is very much at odds with the traditional masculine man.
Right.
And I think we're starting to see things differently now. As I'll speak for myself, I won't say all women, but I think there's just more conversation now around this, right? Around masculinity and us being open to, different, I guess, displays of masculinity, maybe.
Yeah.
And I think it's because we're realizing, I have everything for myself. I have my house, my car, I don't need, this man to walk in and do things, provide for me, whatever. We're looking for fundamentals. Can you articulate your emotion? Is it okay if I cook sometimes and you clean sometimes?
Right.
Because when I hear traditional masculine man, I hear a man who doesn't know how to identify his feelings, who will be a great provider, and he thinks that that's enough.
Yes.
And I think we're starting to come around now that that's not enough because I can provide for myself. So
right. Yeah. Yes, definitely. I 100% agree with everything you just said. What makes me nervous about what he said is that there is the traditional definition of masculinity of a man simply providing and adding no emotional value to a relationship is that hurts everyone.
Yeah.
I need to hear a man like this say that. Otherwise, I just think that this is surface level, and it's just because you want to wear a scarf and an earring in your left ear. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's superficial.
Yeah, I do want to. Yeah, I'm glad they went there. They touched it. I want to hear more about it. I'm curious. Yeah. Marissa, we learned she's dated all over the map. She dated a conservative Trump supporter for 3 years, she said.
3 years.
That's a long time.
Bitch, during the administration must have been.
Yes, while he was in office.
That made me have such pause for who Marissa is as a person.
Mm-hmm.
I don't trust her.
Me neither.
I don't trust
Not at all.
Word she says.
Sure don't.
I don't. Because why would you tolerate that?
Why? Why are we doing that? Why are we doing that?
I can't think of a reason.
Me neither.
You could be the last man on earth.
Oh, please.
I would rather fuck a tree than fuck a Trump supporter.
Yeah.
I could never. I could never go to your house because it's not just you. You're not the only one. Mm-hmm. So it's the whole family. You're dating for 3 years. You definitely did a holiday.
Yeah. I can't look at myself in the mirror because what am I doing? Why am I doing this? And it just seems like just stress and strife. I got to defend myself.
Yeah.
She didn't say a Republican, like a Willie Newell. She said a conservative Trump supporter. Oh God, girl. What? Anyways, back in the quarters, JD Vance sends Taylor sunflowers and a little card. Will you be my girlfriend? Yes, no.
Cute.
Now, Alex and Tim, Jasmine Sullivan and Homeboy, they are back in the pods. As he said, they share a little bit more about their past. He was in the Navy. Her grandfather was big in the Nation of Islam.
Yes, the national secretary.
Yeah. Big up there. So they kind of bond over, he loves Muhammad Ali and her grandfather's good friends with him, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
We learned his older sister died of lupus. That's how she passed away. And he just seemed very grateful. He had a very idyllic childhood. The little bit of years he did have with his sisters. His parents sound amazing.
Yeah.
And they're both in the pod sobbing. I'm tearing up. And he said he was excited to give his parents another daughter.
Oh my God, that's so nice, Tim.
That was so nice. I know. That really got me.
Yeah.
Now, I love the Blacks. We're doing well. We're doing well this season so far. God.
Episode 2.
Yeah. Please, let's keep it up. God. Now, okay. JD Vance and Taylor. He proposes. Whatever.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. Now, back with Monica and Nigerian Steve.
Anytime he comes on screen, I picture him in a dashiki with the hat.
Oh, yeah. With the hat. The little,
him. Doesn't matter what he's wearing.
No, and he's got the build for it. I love a tall, built Nigerian guy with the full garb on.
Yep.
This is Steven. I can't wait till he has that moment for himself.
I can. Because it's so cringy.
I know. Who's guiding him through his identity? You know what I mean?
Nobody black.
Nobody.
You can tell by how he talk. Nobody black. Why'd you vote for Donald Trump? Why'd you do that?
Why? So anyways, Monica goes to the pod. She was like, "Did you vote in the last election?" I was like, "Thank you.
Yes.
These are the questions I need to see and hear, and I need the answers." So he says it. He's like, "I did vote, but it was rough. It was real tough making a decision." I was like, "It was?
Was it?
Oh,
was
my
it?
God,
Stephen, Black Stephen,
Black Stephen." Now, not Black Nigerian Stephen. What you mean? So he said his dad's Republican.
Interesting as well. Isn't the dad the black one?
That's the black one. But he don't know he black either, girl. It's poor people.
Oh If Steven looks like this, can you imagine what his daddy looked like?
Dad looks like. I know he got
talk about I'm Republican
curls. I know. I know that.
4B. Talking about I'm Republican. I'm Sicilian.
I know. Oh God. So he reveals he voted for Trump because he didn't like Hillary.
Why?
And admits that wasn't, the most educated way to do things or whatever.
Oh my God.
And then
I hate it here.
Kind kind of redeemed himself, said, I hated what Trump did, so then I voted for Biden. There are people like this that exist.
Oh my God, they're everywhere.
These are the people on CNBC, and they're like, what did you think after the debate? Like, they really are, like, for whatever reason,
I still don't know.
I don't know. I mean, I think he did a good job, but she did a good job too. Like, he's that person. Like, he's the purple person. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, Lord. So then he shares his whole crazy story. He's always identified as white, thought his grandfather was Italian. They did the Ancestry.com. He came back 0.00% European and 100% Negro. Bruh. And now when you look at him, now you can't unsee it. Now you see the nose. Now you see the naps. Now,
okay, white listeners on Patreon,
yeah,
put down below if this was the moment that you found out that this man was black, because we found out as soon as he moved.
Yeah, as soon as he was in motion, I was like, I in my head, I was like, before he said all of this, I was like, he looked like he has a little flavor, something in him.
Yeah.
But he could have got away with just saying he was white. But as he was, he definitely duped me in the cast bios.
Oh, yeah, from far away, definitely. Yeah.
But as soon as he confirmed, I was like, oh, absolutely. I saw it. I knew it. Like, I had that moment with myself. Yeah. Like, getting the validation.
Yeah.
But yeah, white people, please let us know. What did you think?
Like, is this the moment, or did you know before? Because to me, he looks so black.
Yeah. I mean, because there are some black people who are really light skinned.
Yes, right.
Like, not light skinned like what we know light skin, like real,
like clear.
Clear. Like their skin presents as white.
Yes,
damn near.
Yes, my brother's best friend was like that. He had red hair, just like this guy. He had red hair. He had really, really tight curl pattern.
Yep.
And he had freckles, just like this guy does.
Yeah. Blackness is not a monolith. We
not
look
at
like
all
kinds of things.
Exactly, because his mama darker than me.
Yeah, I know she is. Be skipping generations. Now he look like his great grandma who had red hair and freckles and shit. Always.
Yeah.
Oh my God. So yeah, he's just coming to terms with his new identity. He's trying to learn more about his West African side.
Not you reading about Lagos. Not you looking to invite to the Topicals brand trip, Steven.
He's trying.
Not this. I can't. I cannot even handle it. And thought, okay. And maybe all the people who are helping him navigate through this have been white their whole life and we're trying to deal with it, right?
Trying to do it.
But I thought that in looking up those cultures that, Ancestry.com told him about, shouldn't he also be looking up African American culture as well? Especially since you voted for Trump and your dad's a Republican? Right? Or no, maybe not. I don't know. Anyway.
I think
Maybe that's too much. It's too much to ask.
I think he's starting with the Nigerian because it was there on paper.
Yeah, right.
African American is going to be a whole other thing for him to try to reconcile, get his head around. I just remembered, girl, I have a very similar story. My whole life, sorry, your face. My grandma, my mom's side used to swear that my grandma's grandfather, I think, was white.
Oh,
a white
wow.
man.
Okay.
From Scotland or Ireland. They always talked about some photo they saw before.
We all have this story. Okay.
All have this freaking story.
Either white or Native American.
Or Native American. I heard this story my whole life. My great grandfather and last name, because my mom's maiden name is like Scottish or English or something like that.
Oh, okay.
Which obviously slave master, that makes sense.
Yeah.
And so yeah, they swore that this picture exists and we saw it and blah blah. We did the Ancestry.com. Did one for my dad, one for my mom.
Nice.
My mom is blacker than my dad.
100% Jamaican.
Like similar to what's his name here? A Nigerian, Congolese, Sierra Leone,
okay.
Togo. I think it was like West Africa.
Yeah.
Up and down, like 0. My dad had a little like 0.3, South Asian or whatever. My mom, no, like straight. We were like, what is this lie that y'all have been telling yourself all these years? But it's so deep. It's so deep because it's internalized like anti-blackness
for sure.
You know?
Yeah. Trying to find the grasp of whiteness. Trying to find
the
something.
Proximity to whiteness.
Proximity. Yeah.
You know, something about it gives them some type of feeling, whatever.
Like,
I love seeing that we are black. Like I didn't want to see no little slip in there of European blood because then I start thinking of dark stories of rape. And
that's what we think of.
Yeah, that's what I think of.
I know. I think that's really beautiful progression, honestly.
Yeah.
That we think of massacre and they think of like a proximity to excellence, which I think is actually really great.
That's what it is. Yeah, progress. But sorry, that just came to me. I was like, I had the same story. Very similar story. Oh God. But yeah, Monica, she, relates. She comes from a multicultural background as well. She's Honduran and her mom's mixed, and then dad's African American, Native American, like blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Now, back with Tyler and Ashley.
No, cuties.
They're having a little meal, saying grace together. He wrote a prayer.
Of course he did.
They're listening to music and sobbing together.
God, this was a lot.
This was a lot. It was a lot of emotion. There was a lot happening. Now, episode 3, time for Taylor and JD Vance to meet.
I was nervous.
I mean, she's gorgeous. Like, he's punching, as they would say, because she's beautiful.
Absolutely. Yep.
She's like really deep dimples. Like, she's classically beautiful, right? So they meet. Hated this dress she had on. I don't like a cobalt blue evening gown.
Me either. Yeah, it always gives 90s bridesmaid.
90s bridesmaid. But anyways, it
doesn't matter. She's gorgeous, so
she's gorgeous. She can wear whatever. Yeah. They're very happy, seemingly. They're kissing.
Yeah.
He seems into her.
Oh, yeah. Because, like, how dare you not? Which I think he knows.
He knows.
He's a specific type, though. Which I didn't know if he was going to be her type.
Her type, yeah. Because, he ain't a looker to me.
And to you. But there's definitely girls out there who think this guy is like really cute.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah. So they sit, they chat. She then reveals her mom's name is Fong. She's from Hong Kong. And all seems good. And that's that. It just bothers me that was even like such a reveal.
I know, right?
Like she was guarding her mom's name. Like I get the people of color, particularly who have like cultural signifiers in their name.
Yes.
Things.
Yes, and not their voice.
Or even voice. But voice you can't really help at all.
Yeah.
But trying to kind of like guard and really want to do the experiment and not give away things. But I don't know. Even in this reveal moment, where she's like, "So my mom's name is Fong, and we're from Hong Kong." And
you didn't vibe with it. You didn't like it.
I just don't like him. I just can't get over how he just. I'm
trying to get with your friend.
I understand. I just hated that for her. Just still sitting there, like having to like. So remember, I said my mom's name. It is. So here's what it is. Like, I just couldn't stand it.
Did his lack of curiosity bother you? Because it bothered me.
Yeah, that too.
Bothered me.
Yeah.
Because it seemed to me like he said, "Phew, she's Asian." That's what that said to me. That he didn't even ask. I was like, "Oh, so you're not pressed?"
Yeah,
that's why she didn't tell you.
Oh wow. Yeah, because probably in his head too. I would love to hear from the Asian Asian women listeners. Particularly if you have a experience dating white men.
Yep.
Particularly if you have any inkling of what we're talking about with these like stereotypes around Asian women being like the more like the easy non-white to
yes
date, you know what I mean?
Yes.
Because in his head there's probably like a hierarchy, right?
Oh yeah.
So if it's not a white girl, then I could maybe do the Asian girl,
Yep.
But
depending on where in Asia,
we're in it, But the black girl, Latino, they all the way down here because that's too much. That's too much. That's too
and too obvious, right? It's too obvious that they're different from me.
Yeah. So Because is she half Asian?
I want to say she's half, because to me, she looks very much half Asian to me.
Yeah.
And she only said her mom.
Her mom, yeah. So, yeah, in his head, he's kind of like reconciled, like, oh, okay, well, she presents as, you know. Yeah, no, it's just her mom. She's from Hong Kong. Okay, whatever.
Yeah. So maybe she looks like one of those like Asian Russian people, to him.
Oh, like Serbian or Mongolian.
Yes. Yep. Just spicy white. Not all the way.
Spicy white. Yeah. Oh, God.
Very bothersome. And I understand where you're coming from, where you just hate him overall. But when he didn't ask, I was like, oh, that's because you approve. Yikes.
Yeah.
Ew. Gross.
Yeah, I'm not into it. But yeah, let us know in the comments, guys, if you have experiences. Now, let's see. Okay, back in the men's quarters, Bowden and Rasmus both learn that they're dating Marissa. So that's happening. So Bowden goes back in with Marissa. They play the little card game. We learned that he's been married before. We also, again, confirmed they're both in the military. And for both of them, it's a yellow flag.
Yeah, I can see that.
I'm curious. Yeah. I'm curious to know more about that, though.
Yeah, me too. Like intermilitary mingling?
Yeah. Because they both clearly have had like probably a negative experience, at least one. So now they're like, you're what? What branch are you in? Or whatever they say. And then they're like, oh, God, okay, we'll see.
Or why are you fighting for your country, right? Like, what administration did you join under?
Oh, interesting.
There's like different layers, I think, to asking, right? Because if you joined under 2016, what the fuck did you do? What are you doing?
Yeah.
That means Trump is your boss. Like, what?
Yeah. And you're defending the country that he is running.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know too much about this military life, so sorry guys if I send ignorance here. But I'm Jamaican. We don't defend. I'm not saying no Jamaicans are in the military, but I'm not thinking in these ways. I'm not very patriotic for this country, more for my motherland. Anyways, Rasmus and Marissa now. She's his number one, so he's like all in. He wants to see where she's at, but she's like still super torn. They have another conversation about gender roles, kind of.
As his pearl earring was dangling.
He's like very open to he works remotely, so he's like, I'm fine with like being at home with the kids, and she's in law school, and she's like, stay-at-home mom, that's like not for me. And they seem very aligned on like having a more like equitable partnership, I guess, with raising a family. Now Tyler and Ashley A back to sobbing.
Yeah. Oh.
It's his birthday. She wrote him a letter.
So cute.
She wants to take a leap of faith and jump in with him. He proposes. She says yes. They're both boo-hoo-hooing all over the pods.
I love this so much. I love that he proposed on his birthday. Little balloons there. They're gonna have this nice anniversary.
That's true. Yeah. I like him, but I trust no man.
Too. Yeah, exactly. So, why would you? Yeah.
He just seems so too good to be true, almost. Like, I don't know. But also Brett, we loved Brett, and Brett checked out.
That's the thing. I think, and it's different because Brett was in fucking Portland, or he was in Portland for Nike. So it didn't shock me that he couldn't find anybody. There's probably slim pickings for what he wanted to have. But this guy lives in Chocolate City.
I know.
And you can't find nobody, but you also mad corny and you cry all the time.
Oh.
Yeah. You probably feel like you can't be yourself. Like probably very small things.
But Ashley loves how emotional he is. And she's
of course
right there sobbing with him. So I'm happy he seems to have found his match.
Yeah.
But I also don't trust him until I can trust him.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
No.
Until he says she's going to be a bad mom in the fucking confessional.
Right. As he says no at the fucking altar, as they all do. God damn it. Now, Brittany and Hannah, they know they're dating Leo, right? They're both, still in that little triangle, I guess. Brittany's in the confessional crying about dating rock stars and athletes, and
it's wearing on her.
It's wearing on her because she's like, I entered this process to not be in a triangle again, not to be an option. And here I am again.
Which you deserve, because why are you talking like that? That you need somebody to pay for your nails, your hair, and your exercise class. You're going to be in a triangle. So sit down somewhere.
Yeah,
sit down, girl. Get comfy.
Right. When you speaking like that, he gonna have another option just in case. Because you sound like work and you don't know if you want to sign up for that. In his head, he's like, she's hot, right? I definitely know she's hot, but it sounds like work and she's gonna be annoying. Like, so, but yeah, she's in her feelings. Now, Brittany and Leo back in the pods. He again is talking up and down about these two connections he has, and he's so torn. And I don't know why he thinks she wants to hear this. She's the last person who wants to talk to you about your woe is me. I'm torn.
He has a lot of woe is me moments that don't woe for him at all. Woe is me, I'm so rich. That was the first one.
Yeah, that was the first one.
Woe is me, I have 2 girlfriends is the second one. I don't think he's ever been in this position before, so he can't stop talking about it. He's very excited.
Yeah, I think he's very hyped. So he's like singing her praises and just talking about how sweet she is, and she's just crying and tired of this bullshit. I get it. You're tired of being told you're amazing and you're such a special girl and this and that. Why you got me here with another bitch then?
Well,
why?
Because you said that you don't want to pay any bills. And then I'm choosing between you and someone who quit their job.
Right.
So yes, I'm torn.
I'm torn. So he tells her, sit tight. He's still trying to make his decision. He says, I need a final conversation with that other person, but then I'll come back to you tonight with clarity and I'll have a surprise for you.
So many promises.
A lot of promises. And also was this felt a little manipulative too, because he's like, I need you to wait a second.
Yep.
I'm going to have one more conversation, but I'll be back with clarity. But the clarity might be that you want to go with her.
Exactly. And that'll be the
But then you're bringing me a surprise at the same time. Like, it's too much. Now, Hannah goes in with Leo and he tells her, they're talking about prenups. He was like, you know, obviously prenups are important to me. She's like, sure, whatever. I don't even know nothing about this life. So, okay.
Yeah, right.
And then she starts to share more about her insecurities with her weight. Talked about going through a little chubby phase in middle school. Shared that she gained weight during COVID, as we all did. And recently lost 45 pounds.
Yeah.
And is kind of trying to hint to him. I think now she's trying to hint to him, like, I'm not a size 2. Yeah. And he wants to understand, trying to get a gauge as to where he's going to be at with this information. Right?
Yep.
And of course, he says all the right things. You know, if you were 500 pounds, I'd still love you. And, you know, I don't know. I think it just, I really wish they had harsher guidelines for for these conversations, because this is not the first time we've seen this, where a woman who's a little bigger than the other ladies, now she's getting conscious about it. Now she's like feeling the need to try to say things. And then these guys are being able to ask questions or say things themselves about body size or, you know, and I don't want any conversations. I don't want any of these conversations. This is not the experiment that I think that they're signing up for then.
Yeah. I think, to your point, it's very interesting that we see these conversations almost exclusively with the women who have lost a lot of weight recently. We saw this with Miss Girl in UK. Small little blonde girl with the short hair. Forget her name. She was Tom's second choice.
Oh, Natasha. Yes. Yeah.
We saw with her. We saw with Deep D.
Yeah.
We saw it with just a lot of women who have recently lost weight who feel this real complex about what they actually look like.
Yeah.
And so they're working it out verbally with somebody who they can't see, because how valuable is that?
Yeah.
That is actually incredibly valuable for that person. So I think I'm torn on that like level of guideline, because as much as I want Love to be Blind, I do think it is probably really helpful for some of these ladies who've lost all this weight.
Yeah. And she's trying to get a gauge. That's really what it is.
Yeah. Of what do you like before, right?
Exactly. That's it. But yeah, I feel for her, and then I don't trust these guys when they're like, well, if you're 500 pounds, I date you.
Oh, yeah, no way.
Nothing they're going to say back is going to be honest.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So either way, you're going to have to face the music and maybe still deal with him not being into you because you're not a size 2.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. Now, Hannah goes in with Nick, and They talk about finances.
Yeah.
So, yeah, he's like night and day from Leo. Leo's like, wealth up the
I
ass.
just have so much money. I don't know what's going on. I don't even.
Yeah, I'm so wealthy. I can't help it. And now Nick is in real estate. He's like really new in the career in the industry. Sounds like he's not yet maybe making six figures.
Yeah.
She just quit her job. So she's like, I'm looking for somebody to take care of me for a little bit because I'm jobless.
Which is your fault.
Your fault, girl. Ain't nobody tell you quit your job to come find love on Love is Blind.
Except for your job. Didn't her job say that they wouldn't let her go? But girl, you at least say you're looking for another one. At least. I don't hear that.
What is the plan? Yeah. What is the plan to get back out there? Oh, this is her plan. Love is Blind.
Yep.
Obviously. She also tells him about losing 45 pounds and speaking more about her trauma around weight and her mom, crazy things growing up.
Yeah. And he laughs.
Yeah, he laughed with the swiftness. Like,
I thought that was very strange.
She kind of like uncomfortably laughed at
that well. Because she's still uncomfortable with it in general because it doesn't have a name. When you get abused like that with food, it doesn't really have like a label. The same way anorexia and bulimia have a label. So like everybody's reaction is like kind of like the right one. And so him laughing, that was so strange to me. I was like, oh, this is weird. He's a weirdo.
And she called it out too. She was like, are you laughing at my trauma? Huh?
Yeah.
And he was like, oh man, well, not, try to like
he
button it up real quick.
Layer the joke, but it's not jokes. So it didn't really work out.
I'm so curious how their reveal is going to go down.
I know, me too.
With either guy, I don't know if she's going to end up with Leo or Nick. With either one, I'm so curious. Now, Stephen, the white Nigerian, and Monica head into the pods. They are now calling each other boyfriend and girlfriend. They are both sharing their falling in love. They both say, I love you. Yep. Like, I wish we got more of them. Now they're in love. I'm like, who are these people?
Oh, yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
We got so much of other people. Like, the balance of editing. That's where I'm at. I could have done with less JD and Taylor. They're just boring.
They are boring. They are. Them sitting there talking about hydrophysics is boring. Yeah.
What? Now, Ashley A and Tyler are revealed to each other. Both so happy.
Yes, they both like each other.
She looked amazing.
I loved her outfit.
I love this.
Oh my god, such a good idea.
It was navy. It was off the shoulder.
Doing clavicle and not cleavage is such a good idea.
Yes. Oh my god. Perfectly off the shoulder. It was a long sleeve off the shoulder, which is always the best. Material looked like stretchy and breathable.
Sheer. Nice.
Sheer, yeah. Her hair was laid. She got a good yaki install.
She has such a good weave. I don't know where she got it. DC has good hair.
Great hair. Whatever's going on down there. She looked amazing. Absolutely amazing. Probably one of my favorite reveals, I think. I think she just ate up. And they were so cute. He was cute. So emotional as always. I know. Both very sweet. They're both very good looking. So obviously very like pleased with each other and just like very happy that this checked out. Now, Nick tells Hannah he's in love with her.
Yeah, he does do that.
She says, I have someone else who's into me, but I feel the same way. I do love you, and I think I figured it out today.
All right, girl.
Oh, Lord. I think which we kind of learn a little later, like she likes that he likes her and only her.
Exactly. Yep.
And that always helps. I'm not in a love triangle with this one. So let me just pick this one. But yeah, they're all giddy in love, just talking about how much they love each other. She has not yet broken up with Leo, so yeah, that's happening. Now Leo back with Brittany, still talking about he torn. You don't know if he wants her.
No surprise, no reveal, no nothing, no answer to her questions.
Nope,
like a manipulative psychopath.
And then because he sees she's all broken up about this whole triangle, he's like, oh, well, let's talk about rings.
He's just a salesman. He just like keeps he's edging all the time.
And he knows his money play works with this one.
Yeah.
It works with this one in a way that Hannah's like, what? You do what?
Yeah.
A prenup? Sure. Where do I sign? Like, she really doesn't care because she doesn't, like, she don't have no money.
Lifestyle.
She don't come from it. She don't know the lifestyle at all. So he goes right to the thing that will work with Brittany. Let's talk about rings. I think you're an oval cut girl. You want like a simple band. And she fell like, right into it.
Yeah. I like gold jewelry. It's like, girl, what is like a single? Yeah. Elle Woods is this. That had me dying with her like cuddled up in the blanket, like, yeah, I just want it to be 3 carats. I was done. I was like, God. They're perfect. They're soulmates.
They're perfect. Soulmates. He knew exactly the button to get her, and she was right there. She forgot that she was still an option. Now we talking rings, you know? Oh my God. Oh my God. Now back in the women's quarters, Hannah reveals that she's breaking up with Leo.
Yes.
Because she's decided she's going with Nick. Meanwhile, Leo is with the guys talking about how he really likes Hannah and he's, wants to talk to her again. So Leo and Hannah go into the pods. Hannah immediately breaks up with them. Is like, I love right Nick.
To it. Yep.
Yeah.
I love Nick.
Sorry. We've decided this, whatever. Leo is in panic mode now.
He is, which is so fascinating because you were just talking rings with another girl.
Yeah. So what? Ooh. And he was about to come in here probably with Hannah and talk rings with her too.
He can't make a decision because he's lost his compass, because he's lost his whole family.
Yeah. So he's like panicking. He's so upset. What do you mean? Have you guys decided this?
And he's only mad because she broke up with him first.
That's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like, well, is it because, I was unsure about you, because I have another connection while Nick doesn't? And she basically says, yes.
No shit.
Yeah. I'm going with the safe bet. Okay. And he's like, well, that's not fair because, you weren't sure of me. You have a connection, which is fair. Fair enough.
I guess. Yeah. I guess.
I mean, she also has another connection. So he's like, what do you mean? You're not sure about me. What are you talking about?
But if you're sure about me, you would have told me the truth. You would have told me earlier. Then if I come in and break up with you, now all of a sudden,
it does feel
clamoring for my love. This feels
inauthentic. Sudden. Now, like, oh shit, now you're gonna lose me. Yeah. Oh yeah. Now I know you are the one. Like, that's what it's giving. Yeah. So yeah, this is pretty classic. I feel like we've seen this before in Love Is Blind. Like, she's going with the guy that was all in on her from Jump Street rather than the one who's torn with her. And so now Leo is begging. He says, I want you. I want you to be my wife. Is it too late? And that's episodes 1, 2, and 3.
Oh my God.
I'm loving this.
I'm obsessed.
I love these people.
I love this too. This is a mess in a way that we just haven't seen before. It's not a mess in the way that season 5 was a mess and it was just bad, that nobody was likable. It's not a way that like season 4 was a mess where some people were just completely intolerable and some people were like the best ever but so boring that we couldn't stand it. Everybody is very fascinating, as you said in your initial thoughts. So it's exciting. Yeah.
Very eclectic, dynamic individuals that are creating dynamic relationships that are going to be really interesting to unpack.
Yeah.
And I mean, I think it's a great start to season 7. Loving it. Okay, my question, friend, is your gut always right? I feel like there is, and we talked about it a little bit, there is absolutely something to your gut and your intuition, and it is something I think you should pay attention to. But what is confusing, where this is just humans, everybody gets tripped up by this, is how can you tell the difference between like anxiety being just irrational, your mind just like screaming false bullshit to you because you're scared, and the difference between that and your inner voice screaming for you to run.
Like fight or flight. Or past trauma.
or past trauma. Like, how do you determine like what is actually talking to you? Because I think those voices can sound very similar. And everybody knows like our minds are experts at talking us out of good things.
Absolutely. Or into bad things that are remixed as good things.
Yeah. It's very confusing. So with Hannah, I feel like we're watching a very human experience.
Yeah.
Her gut told her from Jump Street, don't trust Nick. He's a charmer. Don't do it. All the girls said don't do it. And her gut told her not to do it. But she's really confused as to, which clearly she was confused from jump because she breaks up with him, then gets back with him. Like, should she listen to that quote unquote irrational voice, or is that voice actually rational because it's her gut telling her something? Like, I don't know.
Do you think also, I personally think that because they were playing the same games with each other, that's why she's so confused.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
it's almost like she sees herself. She's sniffing this. That's very familiar.
Yep. And it's really hard to walk away from something you're that familiar with. The game that you're playing your own damn self, that she is fucking Candace Swanepoel walking down the Victoria's Secret runway, and then he is Henry Cavill running in to be Superman.
God.
Like,
right.
they're both telling the same lies to each other. You know? So I think that's why her gut is so off.
Yeah, she's seeing the same, or she's like subconsciously like recognizing the same game that she's playing. Yeah. But yeah, I don't know if I have the answer for this.
Not yet.
I'm guessing. But let us know if anyone out there has a like surefire way to understand how to decipher between your anxiety versus your gut, like your inner voice versus like your mind playing tricks on you, or your mind trying to talk you out of a good thing. Like, how do you make those distinctions? Let us know in the comments. We'll be back tomorrow with Golden Bachelorette. We'll drop Love is Blind 4 through 6 recap on Monday, and then we are back with our after show, guys. We'll be recapping or just dissecting in a greater degree Love is Blind 1 through 6 with a special guest. So tune in for that. That drops on Tuesday. All right, rate, review, subscribe. Love you guys. Bye.